Hey guys, how are you doing today? This is Adam with psychedelicinvest.com. This is going to be a short video, but basically it goes to illustrate a point I've been making to you guys, everybody who's watching these videos, about basically funding and how it's so important for biotech stocks and psychedelics and even more important for these psychedelic stocks within biotech. Funding is your lifeline as a company. All companies trading on the stock market need money to survive. Yes, they need to basically offset their cash burn. But as a biotech company, they're not usually making money. They don't usually have a moat yet, at least these early stage biotech companies. So they don't usually have a revenue source yet. So the amount of money in their war chest, they're basically how much cash they have in assets and just cash in general, is so important to continue doing the research so that they can push basically the whatever drugs they have through the phases of the FDA phases, and then hopefully get approval. So we in the psychedelic community, the psychedelic stock community, have our first victim, I guess. It's MindCure. So MindCure is halting all psychedelic business activity. So I'm going to read some to you from the article. So basically, MindCure is they're basically halting everything that has to do with psychedelics, and they announced this today. And let's look at that. The Vancouver-based company was undergoing a strategic review with its board of directors, forming a special committee of independent directors to initiate a review process to explore, review, and evaluate a broad range of strategic alternatives to its current direction. MDMA-assisted psychotherapy to help women overcome lack of desire, and manufacturing in synthetic ibogaine for researchers. Although the review did not yield any strategic alternatives, it did determine that capital required to execute those business ventures is unlikely to be found in the market. As a result of the conclusion, the board decided to immediately eliminate all expenditures outside of those required to preserve the value of MindCure's assets, including its public company status with Canadian securities regulators and close to $11 million cash on hand. So basically what is going to happen immediately is they're going to start to downsize and basically minimize spending and just focus on, I guess, whatever they have going on. Like their main thing in their pipeline that they have the most conviction in. So there's definitely a merger or an acquisition on the radar for MindCure, but we'll start with this. This is not good. This is not a good look for any company. The amount of cash on hand, like I said earlier in the video, is so important to your lifeline. So now, with that said, I'm sorry to MindCure investors. I hope a company sees potential in what they're doing and they get acquired, or something happens. Maybe there's a merger. What I will say is this: I've been in my other videos, I'm very bullish on Atai. I'm very bullish on Compass, specifically those two. And the reason I'm so bullish on these two companies is because they have so much money in the bank to basically push whatever drugs they need to through the phases and basically support their pipeline. So this, once again, illustrates why I am so basically passionate about talking about cash on hand for these companies and why I like Atai and Compass so much. Funding is the beginning and the end for all of these companies. So as an investor in the psychedelic biotech sector, you guys should really, really pay attention to the funding. You will get burned if you do not pay attention to the cash they have on hand, how they're going to possibly make more money. How long will the cash they have on hand last them? What's their runway? So as an investor, it lets you kind of figure out, are we going to get diluted at some point? When are we going to get diluted? And you can plan accordingly. Or, oh wow, we have a shit ton of cash. Pardon my French. And the company has basically a runway for the next 2 years, which is a very long time in biotech time. So, yeah, that's what this video is about. Is basically basically just illustrating to you guys that you have to be paying attention to the cash runway a lot of these companies have. And yeah, that's it. MindCure as of today is trading at 4 cents. That's very cheap. I hope it doesn't end up going under a cent. We'll see what happens. But yeah, this is Adam with psychedelicinvest.com. I hope you enjoyed the video.